All right, what's up, everybody? It's a Friday on the Iceman V 2013 YouTube channel. What does Friday mean? It means tonight on Destination America, TNA Impact Wrestling. But before we get into that, I'm going to talk about that show, the preview for tonight. But last week on March 6th, Northeast Wrestling Show in Waterbury, Connecticut, drew 2,133 fans. They were so pleased with the outcome of this show because being an indie show, it was enormous. It was totally enormous. And the reason being is because independent wrestling promotions interact with their stars, because the Young Bucks were there, AJ Styles was there, Roberto El Patron was there, Tommy Dreamer, everybody was there. And this is what it's all about. Roddy Piper was there as well, Jerry Lawler. This is what it's all about. And this is why the smaller promotions that interact with each other make themselves so much bigger and so much better. So, congratulations to Northeast Wrestling, their promotion bringing a stellar crowd to Waterbury, Connecticut. You gotta love it. All right, tonight, TNA Impact Wrestling on Destination America. A lot of things going on. Will we see the champion Bobby Lashley? Remains to be seen. Will we see Austin Aries or even Kurt Angle tonight? Remains to be seen. They're not listed in these matches for the preview for tonight, but there is the hair versus hair match with Ethan Carter III versus Rockstar Spud. Honestly, I would love to see Ethan Carter get his hair shaved. I'll be honest with you. I think it's going to come down to where maybe nobody gets their head shaved, to be honest with you. It should be interesting. It should be fun. Will Tyrus come back and get involved? Remains to be seen. Will Mandrews be there? Will Mr. Kennedy, save Rockstar Spud? We don't know. We'll just have to wait and watch and see. Also, Ultimate X tonight. How many times have we heard that in the past? Not very often. TNA Tag Team Champions, the Wolves, versus DJZ and Jesse Goddard versus Manic and the Great Sonata. Finally, the Great Sonata and Manic are going to be involved in a match, whether it be a tag team or a single match. But they're finally getting involved in a match here on TNA because we have not seen Sonata in a singles match on TNA since the start of the year. So I'm looking forward to that. This should be a fun match to watch. Obviously, will Robbie E and maybe Angelina Love interfere on behalf of DJZ and Jesse Goddard? Will part of the Revolution interfere for Manic and Great Sonata? And as far as the tag team champions, the Wolves, go, will Matt Hardy interfere? We'll have to wait and see. But I think this is going to be a fun match to watch. Usually tag teams in TNA, when it involves the Wolves, are usually pretty good matches to watch. Also tonight, a match, I believe, there wasn't really much build on this, but with the arrival of Drew Galloway, saying he's for the fans, he wants wrestling back. It's not about entertainment. He has, what would you call it, a grudge up against MVP with all what the Beatdown Clan has done in all their matches, how they interfere and whatnot. And Drew Galloway wants to show and teach MVP a lesson. Will Galloway win? Will MVP win? Will there be interference? Again, this is the thing. This is not that predictable. This is one of the reasons why sometimes I really enjoy TNA much more so than some other promotions, because a lot of times most promotions aren't predictable. But with TNA, you never know. And then we have Magnus versus BRAM. This is going to be a fun match to watch. Now that Magnus has come back as a face, BRAM obviously pretty much one of the biggest heels in the company. Very brutal, very devastating. He holds that cue ball in his hand. What will he do? Will he get the better of Magnus tonight, or will Magnus get the better of BRAM? Remains to be seen, but I'm really looking forward to this match. Now, the other match on the card is sort of like, makes me wonder, Brooke up against Robbie E. Um, there's been a lot of controversy since the Amazing Race television program had ended, where they did not win. Robbie E has been blaming Brooke for the reason why they lost. We saw what Robbie E did, I believe it was last week, in a match, a mixed gender match, where Robbie E came off the top rope after Brooke was already down and got the pin, which in all reality, in a mixed gender match, it's supposed to be male versus male and female versus female, but Robbie E, stole the win. And I look for redemption by Brooke tonight, and I think she will get it. For me, Robbie E, he's not bad in the ring. He's sort of like, he's one of these guys that are like stupid and foolish and like a comedian, like a Santino Marella. But, TNA Impact, pretty much thinks that he is a draw. And you do need somebody like that. But I look for Brooke to take out Robbie E tonight, and it should be an interesting situation. Will we see Awesome Kong? Will we see Gail Kim? Will we see Madison Rayne? Will we see Taryn Terrell, the Knockouts champion? And again, as I stated earlier in the show, will the champion be there? He's probably getting prepared for his match coming up with Kurt Angle. Should be fun. Will Bobby Roode be there? We all have to wait and see and have to watch. I've enjoyed TNA Impact Wrestling immensely, especially on a Friday night, because it brings me into the weekend, because throughout the weekend, there's really nothing else unless you have the WWE Network or you go to other wrestling sites and you watch programming from the network or from wherever else, especially when there's no pay-per-view on the weekend. We got WrestleMania coming up in a couple weeks. So, but anyway, TNA tonight looks pretty good. I do predict that neither Spud or Ethan Carter will get their head shaved. I think it's going to come down to where it's going to be really close. Tyrus will probably be there to interfere, and probably Anderson and Mandrews, and probably just setting up a match for, in the upcoming future. So we'll just have to wait and see. But I'm looking forward to it. Hope everybody is as well. Friday the 13th. This is the second Friday the 13th. 2 months in a row. We had it in February. Now we have it in March. Sort of interesting. When was the last time you saw that? Coming up after WrestleMania, the Frozen Choice Awards. I'll, elaborate a little bit more on that later on. It's going to be awards for YouTubers, and there's a lot of things still that has to come together with all that. So peace out, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. I will be around over the weekend, like I have been lately on a daily basis. I'm just like, you get in that mood, you get in that wrestling mood, and when you're on a roll, you don't like to stop it. So peace out, everybody. Again, we'll see you next time.